Here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos and the Orlando Wizards. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the rookie third-rounder from Tulane, it's Tyjae Spears. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. When you look at this defense, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing now is Stroud. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here's Spears. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first and 10, it's Spears. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Levis. And his throw here is incomplete. We can look at this Bronco defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Right side, Claypool's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got it back on the wheels a little bit. Now go down for the touchdown on it. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
First and 10. Here's Levis. Over the middle. That's caught by Claypool. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. We're scoreless after 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Levis. This will be caught just inside the 10. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. 2nd down, here's Levis. This is caught. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. And Levis going back to the air. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's Spears on 2nd down. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Stroud on 3rd down now. That's caught by the rookie, Jaden Reed. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hand off to Spears. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Tajay Spears with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. A second down throw from Levis. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Fred Warner, the all-pro linebacker, there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Option right, here's Stroud. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Left wing 19. Warriors 17.
Stroud to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. But they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Levis. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Levis on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Levis looking to throw. That's caught. It's Flowers. And all the way in for the touchdown. Zay Flowers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Wizards are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half. Stroud. Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break.
And for the call of the second half,
town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. The opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Levis. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
First and 10, it's Levis. The short throw pulled in by Woods. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Wizards have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14 to 10. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Well, they brought the lead into this 3rd quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the 1st half.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Levis. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Open man is Flowers. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Levis sets up to throw here. Touchdown! Zay Flowers with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Wizards are able to add on to that lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it,
now the ball comes loose. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing is they're calling it now, our ball. We don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Now here's a give to Spears. Now inside the 25. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Tajay Spears with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. That's caught at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there out of the running game. 41 yards on the ground. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 81 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Sheldon Day coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Levis now on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now. Right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. Stroud now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jaden Reed with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Now he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Levis now on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Levis throwing again on 2nd down. Completion here to Claypool. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Big play from a big man. Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge and dropping him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Levis. A short throw pulled in by Woods. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Down inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. They'll run with Hall. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Wizards answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Here's first down.
Buffalo 18.
Stroud to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Stroud. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Jeremy Chin puts it on. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Levis. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
The left side is complete to Reed. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Now Stroud. That's caught by Johnson. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Santos with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This is 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here comes 2nd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Levis to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel